Well, I've been a bit of a flag bearer to point out on Lance Stroll's poor performance and why he should either step up or leave the team. Well, his recent performances, specifically his performance at the Chinese Grand Prix, is a clear example as to why Aston Martin should consider replacing him sooner before he brings the whole reputation of the whole team down. China was not a strong weekend for him. It was rather a weekend that was very similar to the weekends that he's had in the past this season so far. But the race and his post-race behavior is probably the reason why I think it's better for him to either leave the team on his own accord if he can't find improvements. I mean, it's shocking to see that there are still people coming to his defense and trying to, support him for his poor performance and actions. His incident with Ricciardo at the Chinese Grand Prix was a rookie mistake done by a driver who has been on the grid for well over 5 years now. The incident happened because he was more focused on the hairpin rather than focusing on the cars ahead of him. The lack of focus and awareness caught him off, which caused for the incident. Plain and simple. Anyone who has raced or even watched races happen at the Chinese Grand Prix know how a safety car restart would work at Shanghai. I mean, the best example of it would be the 2010 safety car restart done by Jenson Button, where he almost brought the entire field to a standstill, where the drivers had to make evasive actions trying to avoid hitting the other car ahead. Seeing all that should have at least made him focus on what was important, which was to focus on the car ahead rather than focusing on the hairpin. Like how Ricciardo pointed out at the press post-race, where he said that he should be more focused on the car ahead rather than focusing on the hairpin, as anyways you can't make any overtake till the start finish straight. So it's important for you to focus on the car ahead so that you don't lose any time to that car during the restart. And how he shifted all the blames on the cars ahead for the incident and claimed himself to be innocent was just distasteful. I mean, Stroll's lack of awareness and focus is nothing new to us. A lot of drivers have been victim to it in the past.
Is that possible? Stroll is not looking where he's going. He completely shunted into my car.
Again, it just drives into me.
Man, is this guy blind? What the is wrong with him?
What's shameful is that nothing has changed over the years. He's still the same. There's no consistency in his performance. His racecraft has not improved over the years. He's still very weak under one lap in qualifying sessions, and his awareness is not good. I mean, his battle with drivers is hard. Hard racing is fine, but you need to leave a car's width on track. But when he battles drivers, he pushes them off track. Again, not having spatial awareness. What's more shocking is that despite the obvious and everyone knowing the scenario at Aston Martin and how Lance Stroll's poor performance is impacting the team's results, the team trying to defend his actions to the world and trying to portray his role within the team to be quite significant, that makes it harder for them to find a replacement for him, is both laughable and frustrating at the same time. I mean, it really makes me question the team's ambitions. I mean, the only good part of Lance Stroll's race at China was his one-lap battle with Kevin Magnussen. It was fierce, it was hard, but it was very fair. I mean, that's what we expect out of Lance Stroll. We want that, but we want that in consistency. We want it across the season, not just be a thing of a spur of a moment. Having a guaranteed seat in the sport has definitely played its role with his lethargic behavior towards racing, which also plays into his consistency issues. He finds himself to be too powerful within the team to be replaced. That's part of the problem. I feel like that makes him think that he can get away with a mediocre performance year after year. I mean, it's clearly working, so I don't see it change or stopping anytime soon. I mean, let's be fair, if a driver performs like how Lance is performing this season in a team like Aston Martin, let's forget about us. Even the team themselves would scrutinize his performance more and he would be under a lot more pressure. I mean, it was painful to see Daniel Ricciardo holding back his rage after knowing what Stroll had said about him, and rightfully so. Anyone who has worked so hard to get into Formula 1 and has just found significant improvements with his performance in a season that he was struggling would be absolutely enraged. Not on the driver who caused it, but on the incident, like how Daniel Ricciardo was before he knew what Stroll had said about him. But if you were the driver who caused the incident and not taking responsibility for it and basically blames it on the cars ahead who caused for the incident, even I would be raging on the driver. Incidents and accidents happen in the sport. I mean, that's part of the game. but what's important is for you to take the lessons from it, and mainly to take responsibility for the actions and acknowledge your mistakes and flaws. But sadly, Lance seems to have none of it. The Chinese Grand Prix kind of added fuel to a topic that was already on fire this season, which was related to Lance Stroll's career. But it's sad and frustrating to know that no matter what happens, there will be no consequence for Lance Stroll to bear, because his seat is guaranteed in the team. So yes guys, with that being said, I would like to wrap up this video. I mean, whatever I said in this video was not to bring down anyone, but just sharing my thoughts and opinion as an audience and as a fan of the sport. So yes, with that being said, I would like to wrap this video and I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and let me know down in the comments on what are your thoughts on Lance Stroll and on the incident. I'm curious to know. So leave it down in the comments. With that being said, subscribe to the Master channel if you haven't already, and also hit that bell icon while you're at it so you get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. And until next time, it's me Vinesh from Master, and I'm out. Love you guys, stay safe, peace.